like you have become the guy that everybody wants to call out for some reason. Let's start, and I'm going to name a fighter, and you just give me your response. Devin Haney gets on Instagram. He posts your picture, your face in a Donald Duck body, and says that you're just one of the number of fighters trying to duck him. Devin Haney.
You look like I duck a Devin Haney. Clout baby. We're going to call him Clout baby. You looking for the clout.
Ryan Garcia. He says, in fact, your good friend Adrian Broner says you're going to fight him after Leo Santa Cruz. Ryan Garcia called you out earlier this year. What about Ryan Garcia?
Ryan Garcia, baby. He's a baby. But he got potential. It'd be too early. He need to work with the Canelo team a little bit more.
Tevin Farmer, another guy who's called you. Obviously, he's got Jojo Diaz. He's got in front of him. He's another guy. Your thoughts on Tevin Farmer?
We can't even mention Tevin Farmer no more. We can't mention Tevin Farmer no more. He can't even be. He got to work his way back up. He got to grind back. He got to go back and to that gym and grind back up. We can't even mention him no more. We can't. We got to mention Jojo Diaz.
Gary Russell Jr., another guy who said he wanted to fight you. Your thoughts on Gary Russell Jr.?
Gary Russell Jr., I believe he's too small. Gary Russell Jr., I don't think that's a fight that makes sense right now, because it's we looking at, if we building a star, we want somebody that can pit butts in their seats. Gary Russell's still fighting in, that small MGM. We need somebody that can fill the big MGM in a T-Mobile Center. So it don't make sense. We're going after this.
Right. And then the one everyone always asks you about is Vasily Lomachenko.
If we get past our few guys that we got ahead of us, because we can't look past our opponents that we have in front of us, then we can make it rock. I think it's probably time, or if not, definitely not this year. If not next year, then 2022. I believe the beginning of 2022 we can make it happen.
I always ask the guys, especially fighters who we have on the show, this question. If it was up to Gervonta Davis, give me your next two opponents.
Definitely Leo and Ryan Garcia. Why I say Leo and Ryan Garcia? Because for one, Ryan Garcia he's picking up a good crowd. He's like a Oscar coming up. Not more big as Oscar, but he have a crowd. So it's good once you have somebody that have people behind them, and you know what you trying to go at. Then it's good to bring that together. So.
Huge fight. They think it'll be Lomachenko. Do you think that will be the huge fight for you?
It's time for us to move and talk right here. Like I said before, we're not going to call no particular fighter out, and it's not like we ducking or dodging anyone. Lomachenko has to fight as many fights as possible extremely quick, because he's very, very old. Tank is probably 10 years or 11 years younger than Lomachenko. Lomachenko will be 40 before you know it. There's no rush, Tank. Your job is to continue to go out there and do what you're doing. You making the same money Lomachenko is making, and you're doing it easier. Lomachenko just fought, and Lomachenko is a hell of a fighter, and I like Lomachenko. But the guy after Tank went out there and beat the champion up, Lomachenko fought Tank leftovers and with the distance. And guess what? Tank didn't have to go to the Olympics. Tank didn't have to fight 300 amateur fights. Tank didn't have to fight 400 amateur fights. Tank gonna go out there and get the job done. This right here, he's the real one in boxing. He's the truth.
They don't complain about nobody else. It's just me.
A guy who talking about complaining, Devin Haney said, quote, if you don't care to go and make the big fights happen, what's the point of even leaving your current situation? Might as well stay there and be loyal to Floyd. What do you think about that?
He's an email champ. He's an email champ. He's fighting because somebody mailed him the belt. Did that ever happen in boxing before? And he's talking crazy. And he still got like, come on. So if you win, you said all that. If you win, I'm not out my contract. Let's make the fight happen. Since you want to talk crazy, let's do that. I want to fight you if you win, Devin Haney.
I love it.
So we look at boxing right now, right? So do you think that really that why should we let okay, Shakur Stevens, a hell of a fighter. Devin Haney, a hell of a fighter, right? Mm-hmm. But guess what? If Top Rank has Devin Haney and they got Shakur Stevens, then they need to fight each other. Don't worry about Tank. Remember, everybody's saying Tank ain't doing he's not this, he's not that, and Tank don't have this belt, he don't have that belt, different things. Well, guess what? If that's true, then guess what? Don't worry about Tank. Let Tank continue to do what Tank doing. Because Tank don't got to worry about nothing. As long as Tank with Floyd and Al, Tank gonna always live good. He's gonna be okay. So my thing is this: Tank don't need to go out and pay. Tank don't need to go out. Hypothetically, say Tank was the undisputed champion, right? Mm-hmm. The night that he won all the belts, guess what I'm gonna tell him? You give 3 of them back.
Get rid of them fees. Get rid of them fees.
So why should you be paying a sanctioning fee on four belts?
Mm-hmm. Now, another thing, Tank, since a youngin, fight anybody. Since an amateur, fight anybody. Me, the fans, we feeling like you not getting the best fights you supposed to. Mm-hmm. But we know Tank will fight anybody. Mm-hmm. Why is that? We want to see Tank and Lomachenko. Okay. Me personally, I'm on record, you could Google it, I always said Tank is going to knock Lomachenko the fuck out. Because Lomachenko defense is on the inside. And there's no way you gonna stand on the inside with a nigga that punched this hard and you gonna be doing all this shit. No, he's gonna put you the fuck out. Mm-hmm. That's why when he fought Teofimo Lopez, who did I bet the money on? Teofimo Lopez. Because I said, this nigga's defense is on the inside. How is he gonna fight this strong punching motherfucker on the inside? On me, easy, 5,500. So, for me, we want to see you fight Lomachenko. Mm-hmm. We want to see you fight Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, motherfucking all the top who they say is the 4 horsemen and they anywhere around your weight class. We want to see it happen. When we gonna see it happen?
I'm not sure. I ain't got
that's
nothing to do.
that was real shit. That's some real shit.
I can't. That's like,
how many times you don't went in there and said, I want these niggas, man?
To be honest, I ain't never said. I don't even. Once they call me and be like, you might be fight, or after the fight, like after I won, they call me and let me know like you might be going back this time. All right, boom. So they called me around that time and like with a name.
Yeah.
But this time it's already situated.
Yeah, Rolly.